Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Take That Impact. This is the game that I've been working on for the past year or so. It's a combination of different genres, more specifically Super R-Type, Super Axelay, mashed together with a little bit of Vampire Survivors and, other randomly generated nonsense. It's been really interesting trying to figure out how to make this thing work. And so far, the results that I've actually created for myself are quite pleasing. Or basically what I'm trying to say is that I'm kind of happy with the results that I've managed to create. So we're talking about a 2D scrolling shooter, a game type that was really popular back in the 90s. I really enjoyed those experiences. And obviously we don't necessarily have too many of those games anymore. And so I felt like to practice Godot, practice game development, I wanted to create a game of my own that was fairly simplistic. Figured out that making a 2D shooter might be quite easy compared to platformers and more complicated game types. I'm not really sure that's true necessarily. There's a lot of things that you need to take into account when you make a game like this, but the one thing that I've truly enjoyed is basically starting off from nothing and then building up to this place that I find myself in now, with multiple enemy types and the way that these enemy types interact with the player, getting some of these graphics done for the level, being able to design and create these modifiers that my game has that increase your ability to fight off your enemies and make yourself more powerful, and the randomization elements that go with that. And so I'm going to demonstrate this level. This is the first level. It's not done. It doesn't have any intro as of yet. It's about like 75% done as far as enemy placements and level structure goes. And I'll show you guys how it comes together, and I'll try to comment on the different design choices that I've made and why the enemies act the way that they do and so on. And so let's just get on with that. We'll run the scene over here, pick up a controller, and let's go to work. So at the very beginning, you have a group of 5 different drones that come at you, and this is more designed for the intro scene. In the intro scene, you're going to have a looping background. Right now it's not a looping background. We're moving towards an asteroid field, and so I need to be able to shoot these guys down fairly quickly. But in the finished version, you're going to be in a looping background so that you can get, your bearings, get comfortable with the controls. The enemies won't attack you. Your ship will gain on them slowly. As soon as you get close enough on these enemies, they'll turn around because they'll notice that you're there. Or you can start shooting at them, at which point they'll also become alarmed to your presence and turn around and start attacking you. That logic exists in the game already. It's just that it's really tight right now because, you don't have too much time here. You just got to react and start shooting. There's a little bit of these decision-making situations in the game itself, where you don't necessarily have to do one thing over another and so on. So just wanted to point that out. Let's start down here. Those green, what do you call those? Square shapes? They're XP orbs now. And so by collecting XP orbs, what happens is your ship will level up, as happened now. So we collected 10 of these guys. Now we get to choose a modifier that, increases our firepower. And okay, I'll take the Hailstorm drive because this is, the most obvious kind of an upgrade, and it's applied directly over your regular weapon. So this is what happens when I select this guy. Increases, your firepower quite significantly. Oh crap, I took a hit. There we go. Let's take these guys out. Okay, so we get another level up. Okay, I'm going to pick the Raphael repeater. It's one of my favorite weapons in the game so far. Also, it needs to be assigned, so this is a good time to demonstrate this thing that I recently programmed into the game. And so this is your controller, and you have these different buttons to which you can choose to assign your weapons to. I'm going to put this, if you're using a PlayStation controller, I'm going to put this on the square. So when I press the square, you can see it starts flashing. And if you hold the button, we get a shake there. All right, ready to go. And so now we have this weapon assigned, but you can still use your main weapon. And so you can actually combine these two together and make it fairly powerful. All right. But the point of this weapon is that you can actually shoot behind you. Like in this instance, it's quite important because these mines, they start moving towards you, and if they come from behind, like, it's really difficult to be able to destroy them unless you have a weapon that shoots backwards. Let's take these guys out. Okay, only have 1 health left, so it's kind of a issue right now. I'll try to stay alive and make it to the end. So this is an asteroid or meteor rain shower. And yeah, after we get cleared from it, there's a specific portion that our screen hits and we start, increasing speed. And here comes a mini boss. So this guy's kind of a homage back to the Gradius boss that you had at the end of the level. But this guy just has way more attack patterns. I don't want to die yet. I want to show all the attack patterns. All right. So this is the ram. And then you have the rotating turret, which is this. And after he's actually attacked you with his rotating turret for 3 consecutive, well, not consecutive, but 3 times, he'll be able to do this energy blast. And so I don't have any sound effects right now for it, but, I thought that was pretty cool. Let's take out the rotating turret now. Oh, crap. Almost died. Almost died. There we go. Comes off. Now, the attack patterns change a little bit. The ship starts ramming me, and then also it has missiles that it shoots. Actually, I'm not sure if it can do that anymore because I damaged. So, oh, there we go. Shoots his missiles. All right. There goes the boss. Well, that's not the level boss. That's just the mini boss. And now the game slows down. And the next thing that I actually have to fix is the scrolling speed for my ship, because I think it's not equal to the scrolling speed of the screen. To be honest, it's not going to be a hard thing to fix, But hey, that's the first level so far. Now, there's still enemy units I haven't thrown into the mix, and features I haven't used. That being said, I'm happy to see all these separate pieces coming together as a working game that doesn't suck absolute ass. And that makes me kind of excited about the upcoming additions that I've planned for the game, especially when it comes to the modifiers. I mean, these things actually make or break the game, at least in my opinion, and so maybe it wouldn't hurt to go through the workflow and demonstrate how I design and create these things. For now though, I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. I mean, this is what even an idiot can accomplish with a game engine like Godot, and it's pretty awesome in my opinion. And you know what? I wish I could make these videos more often, but as of late, life's been crazy, as it has for the past 3 years, I think. But for the past 2-3 months specifically, all I've been able to do is to hold on to dear life, So development has been quite slow. Still, I'm hoping to change that now and, put out more stuff for people to see. And if I can't make that happen weekly, I'm going to try to make it happen at least bi-weekly. Now, having said that, I also hope you guys are doing fine and finding opportunities to follow your dreams in 2026. I know it's a bit of a cliche to say this, but I mean it. If I can do this much on my own when it comes to making your own game, I'm fairly certain pretty much anybody can do this, right? And that's not to say that I'm not proud of what I'm achieving, but I do feel like most of this stuff is actually fueled just by my passion, my desire to wanting to do this, instead of having some natural born skill or a super talent. So please just get online, download Godot or any other game engine that you really want to use, or even build your own if you're skilled enough, and just start experimenting and playing around. Now, before I go, there's one more thing that I want to mention, and it's a request basically for you specifically, because I'm really going to try and make an effort to make more videos and to do so more regularly. And my hope is that if nothing else, maybe give this video a like if you enjoyed watching it. Now, if you didn't like it or enjoy it, feel free to leave a middle finger or a poop emoji down in the comment section. I'll take that too, because this is all about giving and taking, right?
Tell you what I'm gonna give you. All right, Johnny, I'm sorry. I'm going. Keep the change, you filthy animal.
All the jokes aside though, feel free to share the video if you really liked it, because realistically speaking, that's the only way my channel is going to grow. If you can do that, I promise to be more consistent with my uploads and, try and get better at this stuff along the way. Regardless of what you choose to do, here's hoping for an awesome winter and an awesome early spring for 2026. Take it easy and see you in the next video. I'm out.